Hey everyone, BaseDS here, bringing you all an update video. I figured I'd go ahead and drop this down right here because there are a few things that I've been wanting to talk about and go over and set straight, and of course give you all an insight to some of my plans for later in the coming months. So that's essentially what this is going to be for. So to get down to the first bit on my list here, one thing I need to do is address the big elephant in the room, and that is I know my video uploads have been very inconsistent, and really it can't be helped. And keep in mind, I work an 11 to 7 job, so most nights when I get home, I'm wiped. Other nights, I feel fine, and I'll go ahead and record a small video or two just to go ahead and do something and get it ready for later on down the road. But granted, I do try to do most of my recording on the weekends, and I usually have no problems with that. Except in some cases on those weekends, I end up getting dropped on by having to babysit either one or all three of my cousins, because my cousin that I currently live with, her and her husband, they both work, and the kids' moms, well, all three of the kids' mom, she works as well. So, yeah, some nights it's one, other times it's all three of them, and it can be very hard to record when you've got a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old running around the house. So, yeah, go figure that one out. Trying to record is literally impossible. And that's one of the main reasons why, in some cases, the uploading has been inconsistent, because I've not had a chance to get around to recording. The way I look at it, I see my videos as art. And I can't very well work on my art when I've got 3 kids running around the house making a whole bunch of noise, and especially with the youngest crying from time to time. So, yeah, it can be very taxing. But granted, I am working on hopefully to try to work something out to where I can get the recording I need done, and if I end up having to watch them, then I can do that, but I would prefer not to watch them, but in most cases, I really don't have a choice. So, that's mainly the reason why the uploads have been inconsistent. I just haven't been able to get around to recording in most cases. Editing, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I can edit at any time. It's just getting a moment to where it's nice and quiet in the house and it's just me and I can have no interruptions. That's the main thing that's getting in the way here. But hopefully I can get that worked on, and it should not be an issue going forth. At least I hope so. I don't know. You never really know. Summer's starting and the oldest is out of school for the next 3 months, so yeah, I doubt that's not going to go as smooth as I'd like for it to. But anyway, moving on down the list, one thing I need to go ahead and address is the current situation I'm at with Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key / Union Cross. And I'm just going to say this right now. I am very disappointed in myself because I really should be further along in Unchained Keys / Union Cross's story than where I am right now. Like, right now, I've got content recorded up to at least Quest 120. In reality, I should really be somewhere more well into the 400s, or at least somewhere in the 500s. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that it should be much, much higher than where I currently am right now, and I just feel like I failed at that part. But granted, keeping in mind it also has to do with the issues with finding times to record, but also the blame also comes on to me because I've mostly uploaded little extra content videos to go along with the actual Let's Play. And granted, there's been more of those than there have been actual parts for the Let's Play, so yeah, that blame just goes right back to me. But concerning Unchained Key / Union Cross, it's actually going on a bit of a hiatus right now. I probably will not be resuming it until the last week of August, and if not then, for sure the first week of September. I may upload a little couple extra videos now and then. So like say, rumor is we're supposed to be getting some Kingdom Hearts 3 news at E3 this year, so if they release an event to coincide with said news on Kingdom Hearts 3 inside of Unchained X/Union Cross, then I'll go ahead and cover it. But main story uploads won't be happening again until late August, early September at the most. But granted, in this current downtime that I'll have with my summer project, I will at least go ahead and record as much as I can, just have all those raw audio, video, and commentary files saved away on my hard drive. That way, when it gets around to August, I can just go ahead and start editing videos from that point and just try to get as much done as I can. And plus, really, September is when I'm really kind of shooting for really kicking off the journey to Kingdom Hearts 3 by starting things off with Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. And like I said, Unchained X/Union Cross's Let's Play was meant to be a companion piece to coincide with the main series Let's Plays, so if anything, the hiatus kind of works out in my favor in that regard. So that's where Unchained X/Union Cross stands. It's going on a 3-month hiatus, and it won't be popping back up till at least September at the earliest. But if you're probably wondering, well, what the heck are you going to be doing for the next 3 months? Well, that brings me to my big summer project, and with that starting this Thursday, June 1st, I'll be kicking off the Supersonic Summer and Knuckles Marathon. So basically, what I'll be doing here is, I'll be covering all of the 2D Genesis games, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, both the Sonic and Tails run and the Knuckles run of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, because let's be honest, even though Knuckles' Let's Play will be a bit of a repeat going through the same zones again, he does have his own unique story that takes place after Sonic and Tails' story, so that right there is a must. And granted, I am kind of going to cheese it out and do another repeat, of course going through Sonic the Hedgehog 2 once more, except this time as Knuckles. I have my own personal reasons for that, but I'll delve into those when we actually get to that Let's Play. And then after that, we'll be moving on to Sonic the Hedgehog CD, and I'll be doing so with the Japanese soundtrack. Granted, I did start playing CD with the US soundtrack back when I first played it, but I'll admit, the Japanese soundtrack, oh, it is just a godsend of music. I love it so much, even more so than the US soundtrack. In fact, I think the Japanese soundtrack actually overtakes my favoritism in terms of which I liked better, the Japanese European soundtrack or the US soundtrack. But either way, after Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we'll be going into Sonic CD. But then, after CD, we're actually going to be venturing into uncharted territory, so to speak, by doing Knuckles Chaotix. So, I'll admit I have dabbled a small bit, like maybe the first 3 levels of Knuckles Chaotix, just to kind of get a feel for it and testing it out and all that, but I have never fully beaten it, so I'm actually kind of going into this semi-blind. I know how the special stages work, but as for how the rest of the game goes, I haven't a clue. I mean, I know I've watched a Let's Play of it before in the past, but really I can't remember all that much from it anyway, so regardless, I'm going to be going in like a blind bat here for Knuckles Chaotix, so that'll be fun to see how I adapt to that. And then after Knuckles Chaotix, we'll be moving on to, of course, both episode 1 and 2 of Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Yeah, some people will say, it's not a real Sonic 4 because of the physics and everything. I don't care about that. I enjoy Sonic 4, and if you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with that game taking place and continuing on the story from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. Most aren't going to agree with me on that, but hey, it's my opinion, and for me, that's all that matters. And then, as things wind down, we will be ending the marathon off with a live stream of Sonic Mania when it releases. Now that we know that its release date will be June 15th, so if all goes according to plan, we should be wrapping up the bulk of the marathon by the time Mania comes out. Not sure yet if I'll be able to get the day off to actually live stream that. It might be late night live stream. I'm not exactly sure. It all depends on what happens between now and then. But regardless, there will be a live stream nonetheless. Granted, I don't even know how I want to go about doing it. Do I want to do, well, going through a Sonic and Tails, well, Sonic with Tails tagging along is a no-brainer there, but do I also want to go ahead and do solo runs for Sonic and Tails, and then later one is Knuckles? I don't know. I'm still kind of working on that. I haven't really planned all that out, and really, this is something that has actually been in the works for the past 4 years, stemming all the way back from when I was just simply uploading playthrough videos and all that. And the next thing I know, I end up getting wrapped up into a commentary group that eventually later disbanded, and so I didn't really do much there. And that was when the internal struggle started of if I wanted to do live commentary or post commentary, and a little bit of fear added into that because I was scared of screwing up. But considering where I am now, going into this marathon, I feel very, very comfortable in doing this. And really, this is what was supposed to kick off when I started uploading earlier this year, but because my Retron 5 was on the fritz and I had to wait for a new one, that didn't happen. So that's why I started things off with Unchained Key / Uncross. But really, if anything, now that I look at it, it's like it was almost timed this way. So really, I couldn't have actually worked it out better than initially doing it than initially uploading at the beginning of the year. So with Mania's release date being right at the end of the marathon, it works out pretty well. So hey, no argument there. But yeah, regardless, this is my little pet project for the summer, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you all do too, because where I am right now, I would not be the person I am today without any of the Sonic games. I would not be making videos. I would not be talking to you right now. I wouldn't be able to do all the other stuff that I enjoy doing. All that stems from Sonic. That was the start of the chain reaction to make me the person that I am today. And really, it only seemed right that I pay my dues and show my respect for the game that set me on this path, then by doing all the main series installments of Sonic the Hedgehog and just having a fun time. And that's mainly what this marathon is going to be. So buckle up. Granted, it's going to be a pretty hot summer, but with what I'll be doing, it's going to be very, very blue with a little hint of red added in there. But regardless, I am really looking forward to this, and I hope you all will too. Like I said, this has been 4 years in the making. Damn, has it really been that long? Almost seems like yesterday, to be honest. But regardless, the marathon will kick off this Thursday, June 1st, so just go ahead and grab your red and white sneakers, strap those on, maybe get on a little Sonic hat, and we're gonna blaze through some pretty good games. So regardless whether you'll enjoy the marathon or not, or you'll just wait until I re-kick the Journey to Kingdom Hearts 3 off, or begin another project later on towards the end of the year, I hope you'll all have fun. That's mainly what I'm trying to do right here, is make you all feel entertained, and I hope I'm conveying that as much as I can. So that is where I'll go ahead and end things here. So until next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying everything that I've got planned so far. I know I am. So until then, I will see you all again later.